Test, 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 test. We are live, I think. Hopefully. How you doing, Web? We're debuting your boy today. Brian Reynolds. Yeah, I think I'm going to make this switch. Kittel's doing pretty good, but I could sit him behind a lefty. Let's do this. We're going to set him to the 5 hole. No, you know what? We'll keep... We might switch back in a little bit. What I've just been looking at is my batting average against righties, lefties, and runners in scoring position. And apparently I'm hitting like under 200 with runners in scoring position with this Carson Williams card. But I'm hitting 343 with him overall with some pop. And then Mayo, Marte, and I think Anthony's doing okay. But Mayo and Marte, for some reason, are really bad with me, with runners in scoring position. So I'm moving them down a little bit. These 3 guys. Moving them down a little bit. These guys have all been good for me with runners in scoring positions. We're going to keep them. All right, switch on the bench. Only really one guy that can hit righties, which is Dominguez. McGuire can hit righties and lefties, but he's there to hit lefties. 110 had a diamond wheel spin and gave me a 5-player pipeline pack. Is that good or bad? 5 players is good, right? Anything good in the 110 packs? I'm trying to figure out if the wheel spin is that. I mean, 5K off of it total was rough. Oh, no. Okay, not what you want to see in that case. Pulled Tucker. Not good enough. All right, we're sitting at 820 right now. My current league is Gold 2, it says. I don't think there's really an opportunity. What up, Johnny? How you doing, sir? Yo, I just got out of the park 2. Not 2. Out of the park 26. Go. And I've had it for like 3 days, and now it's broken. Someone else too? Gotcha. What was the error I just got? Might have to restart my game here if it's broken. Yeah, let me restart the game. Because I think pretty sure I updated. Hype. Installed. Okay, good. Usually I just like turn on my PlayStation, and then when it does, it usually auto updates, but sometimes it doesn't. So I just need to double check that. What you up to these days, Johnny? But yeah, I was saying Out of the Park Go crashed after like 2 days of using it, and I tried to like start a tournament or something. And now I can't get back into my team. There's no update ready, which means it's just like actually broken. I'm sure I could like go in. I cleared the cache, and then that let me get back into one of the screens, but not the screen I needed to get into. So I'll mess with it later, but I was like not about to do that while I was working. All right, let's try this again. With the new squad. We're going to have Reynolds playing left field. Roman Anthony's moving back to his natural center field. He's a better defender, but Reynolds seems like he's pretty decent out there. I could put that, shoot, I forget what his name was. The second baseman. Christian Moore, is that his name? I could put him back on the bench. Facing this Corbin Burns card. If I get locked down in this game, I'm going to buy this Corbin Burns. But as of right now, it's not exactly on the radar. Yikes. That couldn't be any more down the middle if I tried. Not a good way to start the game. Input-wise, I mean, I'll take a fly out to center for sure.
0-1.
So we're trying to get the ranked reps. If we don't rank up to 900, I'm totally fine with that. It is kind of a weird place to be because it's almost better to be at the bottom of my ranking than to be at the top. So I'm interested to see how that's going to play out.
That's a ball. 1-1.
Is there your leaderboard stuff goes based off of like how much improvement you have throughout the weekend? So ideally you want to start at the lowest of your entry point. That felt good. Just jam the PCI on the first pitch. It says just late, but it was fully in the green zone, so I don't know. Good start. We just missed it with Brian Reynolds there. I thought it would be another sinker, but it was a cutter. Stayed up. You see I have that set up for that sinker right there.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Sorry we couldn't get it done with Brian. Thankfully that's a foul tip and not a pop out to short there.
1 and 2's the count.
There's a take finally. Ooh, I thought I had that one. Just a little early. I mean, we homered on the first pitch, so I don't think this is going to be considered the lockdown game that I would need to purchase Corbin Burns. But, you know, sometimes you homer on the first pitch and then you never touch another hit again. That's probably happened to me hundreds of times, if I'm going to be honest. My classic thing is I score 4 in the first and then don't score again till the end of the game. 8th or 9th inning. That's like a pretty usual thing for me to happen. You light up the starter in the first, and then sometimes you get to the bullpen, sometimes you don't. You never score again after that.
Count is full.
There we go. Come back from the 3-0 count. What you working tonight? Working on tonight, Webb.
No balls, 1 strike.
MLB The Show, WSL, something else.
0-2.
Nice. Ooh, Diamond Quest stuff. Were there new cards associated with that? That was the Rizzo card and something else, right?
No, that's in.
What up, Greg? How you doing, sir? To-do list. Eat food, watch dude. Check and check. What are we eating tonight?
Ball.
I made some shrimp tacos. They were pretty mid, but they got the job done.
Ball.
Blasting some protein. Some clean protein. It has shrimp has cholesterol, but it has good cholesterol. Or produces, whatever. Roast beef, that sounds pretty good. Don't think you have the games tonight? Gotcha. I should be able to get mine on tomorrow or potentially this weekend. Seems like I don't think anybody's really played this week, right?
Ball.
Maybe on Tuesday or Monday we did. Monday maybe, because yesterday was Tuesday.
That's a ball.
But it sounds like we're gonna have a big weekend ahead for games.
Yeah.
I really needed that pitch. 3-1 to Seager, who's not very good against lefties, but whenever I face a Seager, they always get like a good at bat, lefty, and then I end up having to throw him a meatball. Last game of week 2, and we started week 3. Gotcha. I don't know what it is about Corbin Burns, but it seems like his pitches are really easy to see. Missed it by a little bit, but it's 98 off the bat. Could go off the top of the wall here. Or it could go over the wall. We take that too. Too much to ask for one final drop of multiplayer remote program missions. I really thought they would. Does it end on Monday? The multiplayer program?
That's a ball.
I thought they would have dropped a 4th set. Really don't want to play BR, dude. That's what I did. I had to scrape through like 6 BR games just to get the 10 runs. Miserable experience. But, you know, maybe you pop off, have 1 or 2 good games, and then you're done with it. So, not the worst. At least it's not like a whole BR program.
2 strikes. He's out.
Not a good at bat there. From the goal, Walker Jenkins.
Nope. Ball.
I'll never know what his name is. I still don't know. Both of them sound correct to me. I think it's Walker. It's because of Walter Johnson.
No, that's out.
BR program with 10 pack I would have done by now. Fair. This one's going to be a fly out to the corner. It's funny, though, because even without the BR program, the BR rewards are not that expensive. I'm guessing it's because they're not very good, but imagine if there was a BR program. You'd be getting that for, like, quick sell value. Just somehow Farrell foul tipped that one. It's because he's got 90 vision, that's why. Not foul tipping that one, though. I knew it, too. Said if I was swinging at the previous one, then I'll definitely be swinging at that one. And they were correct. But we got another run. Another leadoff home run, I think, right?
That missed. That's a ball.
Both of the leadoff hitters have hit home runs so far for me.
Foul ball.
That was just barely foul.
Ball. That missed. That's a ball.
So are you gonna go for it, Greg? Are you gonna go for the BR stuff tonight? Or are you working on Diamond Quest or whatever else is new? I think there's also a Conquest map today, right? Are there any exclusive cards in there?
No. Ball. 1-0. Heck one.
Not great, but Dalton Rushing tends to miss that pitch. Finally took him out of my lineup. He was in there for most of the season. Couple for the City Connects. Oh, okay.
Get it in.
Doesn't sound too enticing.
Hiya. 0-1.
I'm gonna try to get this ground ball. 2 Conquest maps. The only thing you rewarded are the lousy uniforms. That one should have been a strike. I think Jenkins can get there. Oh, he got like, I don't know. That was weird. I thought he could have caught that.
Get it in, get it in.
From what I understand, dreads are still an issue. We're playing at third here. I don't think I would have got that if I cut it off. But I kind of thought the cutoff would be in a different spot, I think. Maybe if I knew the cutoff was there, I would have done it.
That's a ball down. No, that's out.
I feel like once you start your cutoff throw animation, you should like be able to control your cutoff guy a little bit. Maybe that would be silly, especially since you can't really see him. What up, Egg? Did dreads get patched out or did they lie again? I've heard they lied, but
Ball.
I don't have dreads on my team. Actually, Kitala doesn't have dreads, does he? So I can't say for sure, but from what I've heard, they did lie about it. But I feel like if you're on Xbox X, it's not as bad. PlayStation's where it's really noticeable. Center fielder was like, no, that's a home run. He was already playing deep and he didn't even turn around. That's crazy. 455 to center for Carson Williams. I was just looking before the game, and Carson Williams hits 360 or 340 for me. But he hits like 190 with runners in scoring position.
Ball.
And apparently I hit 294 with Roman Anthony against righties. And like 394 against lefties. He does have a little bit reverse splits when it comes to contact, but not that big of a difference. So once again, leadoff man hits another home run in all 3 innings so far.
That's inside.
Walk-off ranked win last time you were live. Today we get the first walk-off home run. I'm down for that. Here we go. Brian Reynolds with his first base hit. Center field. Didn't it show Reynolds with 90 contact or 90 vision last time? I must have struck out with somebody else. Who did I strike out with to end the inning?
Did he go?
He was a lefty. Oh, it was probably Veritek.
2. 0-2.
Off the end of the bat, that's going to get caught.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you had your walk-off ranked win. Oh, yeah.
Come on, Nick.
Off the bat, it's Hilaire. Who was pitching? This one I think is going to be a fly out. That was tough. I'm close on that one, but tacking on another run. Two-run hater, let's go.
Ball.
That's what I like to hear, keeping it alive. It's been a couple years since I've been two-run hatering,
That's a
but
ball.
that was like super consistent for a while. It was Hater and it was Goose Gossage. I was just destroying them. Then I think they finally added, like, they changed Josh Hader's primary to like a sinker, not a sinker, a two-seam.
That's a ball.
And they gave him like a changeup or something. Ever since they did that, I've been not hitting him the same.
Ball 4. Runner, take your base.
The right fielder, number 30, Kyle.
Hater's gonna hate.
Hee-haw.
It's right down the middle. Possibly looking for a cutter or a slider there. That looks super funky. Let's try another one. Crochet's already at 53 pitches, but he gets the slow roller to Mayo. Perfect. All right, Marte's up first. Let's see if he gets his home run to start the inning, just like the rest of the lead off guys. Cattell did hit a home run already, too. Keeping it going. Leadoff man hits another home run. We ambushed that one. Walter Jenkins now. So yeah, Corbin Burns is definitely not coming to the squad. We can leave him off there.
Ball.
Rough pitch there, yeah. Just a little bit.
That's
I should go
inside.
back and
That's
check.
ball.
Did I home run all the first pitches as well? I don't think that's the case. Home run high slider from Walter Jenkins. Walker Jenkins. 2 Walker Jenkins. None of those words were correct, but either way, it's another home run. Cattell's so good. What up, cool guy? How you doing, dude? Cattell is the truth. I moved him down from the 5 spot. Sorry, from the 2 spot to the 5 spot, and he's liking it down there so far. Less pressure. His clutch rating is pretty good, but for some reason, I'd be making outs with runners in scoring position with him. There we go. Watching some TV. Nice.
1-2.
Any MLB The Show on the docket for tonight?
Now batting,
Williams? No, he hit his home run on the 4th pitch.
Williams.
Ball. Outside.
Good eye, batter. Come on.
Up the middle. That's one of those swings where it shows up late on the feedback, but that bat got out to the ball,
The center fielder, Roman.
right? It's like parallel with the front of the plate. So those are the ones where I don't really feel too bad about it. The ones where you get jammed and you hit the ball way behind the plate,
Wood.
those are the ones where like, yeah, I
1-1.
didn't deserve that one. Those are the ones that really beat you.
Matt Strong.
Hey, stay hot.
Nope. Ball.
Nice take.
I canceled my ambush because it was a 0-1 count. Dang. All right, 2 more runs.
Hike one.
Trying to figure out when I'm going to play my 6 weekend classic games. I don't know if I'm going to play them tomorrow night or if I'm going to play them Saturday or whatever. But it looks like I'm probably not going to be able to stream. I may have to work this weekend. If I'm not working, I'm already going to be decently busy, so I just won't be able to schedule anything. So I'm just going to have to play the games as they come, as I have time for them.
There we go.
Ball outside.
You can't play them tomorrow night? If I said tomorrow night, I meant Friday night,
Ball. That's
in
it.
either case. Originally, that's what they said, though, right? Didn't they originally say, like, it was going to start on Thursday? I know in the last stream they were saying Friday.
0-1.
I could have sworn the original plan was Thursdays. They said some will. Okay. That'll be cool. What up, Skinny? That's a good idea for, like, long weekends and whatever.
The designated hitter, Jose Bautista.
I feel like it'd be cool if they had them a little bit more often as well. I know in the past they've done some longer first seasons for ranked, and then they kind of make them a little shorter. As like the first season, you have to grind from 0, and you're kind of building your squad, so they give some extra time. It'd be cool if it was like every 3-4 weeks. Actually, launch was less than 5 weeks ago. Early access, at least. That was the pitch. Doing good. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah. That'll happen. All right, 2 homers for Kittel. More often. No reason not to have him even without a ranked reset. That's also true. They layer on top of ranked neatly enough where it doesn't really matter.
That's foul.
Oh, that was a perfect pitch to hit out. Trying to backdoor on 2 strikes. Especially when I'm like switching. Sorry, if I'm swinging at everything. Why not? All right, last batter for Crochet here. I'm going to go to a righty. Especially if it affects your rating. Exactly.
It's 0-1.
I do really wish that it wasn't a win streak thing. That's my biggest gripe with online modes right now, is that so much of it is like win streaks. And baseball is not about win streaks. It's about having good momentum and all that kind of stuff, but we don't have much pitching. I'm actually going to let Crochet to pitch till his arm falls off. If I could get through this inning with him, that would be great. Immortal was just 1 Premier League. I want to see the best play the best. That would be really cool. It's just an issue of like scheduling.
1-1.
I think that's the main reason why they won't do it that way. Which is like, I'm fine with it because you can still have tournaments on the side and we'll still get that experience. Ideally, 100%. Ideally, if you could do that, that'd be insane. And like, I say it's a scheduling issue, but at the same time, like those guys are playing so many more games than everybody else. Like it wouldn't be impossible. It wouldn't be impossible. And it wouldn't also be the worst if you just have like the same guys matching up like a bunch of times. If I think you would have to take away the rating impact at that one specific league. Just so that like if you play the same person like 4 times and you're like, all right, this guy has my number, I'm 0-4 against this one person and it's not very fun. Like fine, it doesn't affect your rating, but I think it would be kind of cool for that situation. Garrett Cy Young Crochet. Garrett extension with the wrong socks Crochet. Oh, that one stays fair. I thought that was going to be chopped foul or something.
The catcher, number 33.
Couple of quick outs. Clearly, Matt Strom is better than Corbin Burns. Just missed that one. The return you got for him? Yeah. It's just one of those things where freaking the White Sox are not going to do anything right developing these players. Was Kyle Teal one of them? Like Carson, what's his name? Not Carson.
No, that
Who's the
makes sense.
shortstop?
Ball.
Shoot, I forget his name.
3-0.
The White Sox shortstop with the good swing in MLB The Show. Teal and Montgomery. Yeah, Colson Montgomery. Red Sox have a loaded team and they fired Bloom. Yep. Oh, Brandon Montgomery. Okay. I was thinking Colson Montgomery is the shortstop. Brandon Montgomery.
Inside, ball 4. Take your base.
But on the note of Colson Montgomery, this is like his what, 5th year in the minors, and he's doing very poorly. It's just like everybody that they've scouted, and it's not like it's the White Sox trying to take a risk on somebody. It's like, yeah, the rest of the league agrees this guy's a good prospect. And then a few years into the White Sox system or being called up, and they just can't get anything going. So I don't believe in the White Sox player development whatsoever, which is why, like, yeah, I agree. I like the return that they got for him,
That's ball 4. Take
But I'm just so apathetic about like the whole freaking organization. This is not good. All of a sudden, Justin Martinez comes in and guy gets real patient. How the way the Nats develop, guys. Is that a more recent thing? Because they did at least have the superstars of Soto and Harper and... But I think that's different because the White Sox, they still develop their one ace every single like cycle through new prospects. So you can always count on that. The White Sox have had their Sale, they've had their
0-1.
you could even say Giolito for his couple of years. He was maybe inflated a little bit, but you got your Giolito, your Cease. Wait, what just happened? Oh, did he leave early? Nice. We'll take that. And then you got your Crochet. So the Sox, their one thing they can do is develop their top pitching prospects. Cy Young had like 750 complete games. Every time I think about it, the next thing I think of is how on his earth did his arm never fall off? That's the crazy thing is like I want like it would be so insane to be able to go back and research that stuff to see how come it's so different now. Because you have your outliers of guys who did that and got to keep pitching. But it doesn't seem like it translates now. The one thing is like, what's it called? Survivorship bias? Where it's like the guys who do get injured now, then they can actually come back. Versus if someone was that good before or throwing gas before, and then their arm falls off, you never like reattach it, and then you just never get hurt of again. So it's the outliers who you still hear about
0-2.
because they were able to stay healthy. If that makes sense.
Hee-haw. 0-1.
I think they weren't throwing 90 to 100. I don't know if Cy Young was just era adjusted, but at least his card in this game throws 100 or whatever. Sounds like a contradiction. Well, there's my point in saying it is that there's two ways to look at it.
No, that's low. Ball.
Like the exception that proves the rule. Yeah. Well, I'll take a step back to say I'm not disagreeing, or like it's not actually a comment on Cy Young specifically. When I was saying that, I was moving on to another point, which would be to more accurately make a point on your point. Would be to say, it would be so interesting to see what made Cy Young different from all those guys. How come he was able to do it?
Ball.
Was it mechanics? Was it genetics?
Ball.
It'd be so interesting to research him and guys like him to figure out how they were able to survive like that.
Ha! 3-1.
60s and 70s guys were throwing into the 8th. Oh, for sure. And once upon a time, they had, what, 4-day rotation or 4-man rotations?
Got a full count.
So they were throwing a lot more often. One interesting thing I heard from, I think it was from a former player, was the idea that pitchers used to pitch. They didn't used to pitch every day, excuse me, but they used to throw every day. So that you have your pitching day, and then you rest for a day or whatever, but your rest day, you still come and you just throw like soft toss. 20 throws of soft toss or something like that.
No, that missed.
Throwing more often and throwing longer. Yep.
Strike 2.
So they were saying like
1 and 2's the count.
the recovery system that they have now of like not throwing the ball on like 2 days, you have your bullpen in the middle or whatever, however they do it, is not how they used to go about doing that. I don't know if I buy that exactly. That they kept their arm loose on a couple of their days off with very little like effort in the throws. Like they weren't putting
No, ball.
any kind of juice behind it, but
1-0.
I thought that was at least an interesting concept to think about. Let's see if this is hard enough. Wrong part of the yard.
Now batting, the second baseman, Patel. Marte.
Just a bit late.
Heck one.
I think I scored 1 run last inning.
0-1.
I do want to get at least 1 more run just to prove that I can hit off a bullpen. Because
1 ball,
sometimes
2
I get
strikes.
games like this where I played well for the first 5 innings. Then for a few innings, I kind of take the foot off the gas. And then I start the next game. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm not scoring. And I wonder if it's because I get to the bad habits of the end of this game while I have it in hand. And even then, like, the last 2 innings got pretty hectic on the base pad. So it's definitely not over. There's Josh Hader. But I wonder if I get into bad habits at the end of games like this, which trickle into the next game. Old Hoss Radburn said he couldn't even lift his arm on his days off. That makes a lot more sense to me than anything else. Someone had to do it for him. That's crazy.
Nope.
Did he throw it that hard? Was he the OG of fireballers?
Ball.
A lot of people say pitchers back then used softer deliveries than they needed to actually pitch.
That's a ball.
Runners in scoring position. Plus, it wasn't like guys could hit a ball 315 for a home run. Dang it. Definitely, even up until like the last 10 years, I would say, guys would use softer deliveries. Just to throw strikes and control the baseball.
Ball.
Yeah, hitters got better, pitchers got hit better.
Nope. Ball.
I feel like batters can max themselves out a little bit more naturally when it comes to effort,
Hiya.
but the consistency that you have to throw pitching wise, you really have to put yourself in a more dangerous situation
Drag 2.
in order to try to beat those batters. 75 games in a year, good lord. Like almost half the games. You could have basically started all their home games if you wanted to. That wouldn't be true because they would have to play back-to-backs at home. But still. That one's to the wall. Roman Anthony. Hopefully this doesn't really affect the game in terms of whether I win or lose. But that would have been a huge catch in order to be able to try to close this without having to use another pitcher. Now I'm most likely going to have to use another one after Dibble, after this batter. I was really hoping to avoid that.
Ball. Ball. 3-0.
Now we're in red energy. This is probably a home run.
Nope.
or a walk,
Ball.
fine.
Take your base.
But the tying run's not too far behind. We're going to go lefty here. There's 2 lefties up after. Kobe Mayo has reverse splits. I don't usually go after reverse splits too much, but just because the 2 lefties are behind him, I'm going for it.
That's a ball.
That's a strike.
You're killing me, Blue.
1-1. That's a ball. 2-1. Hit.
There we go. I'll throw another changeup. Nice.
Ha.
All right, now we got the lefties. He might go righty, though. Give him a second to decide. Looks like rushing is facing the lefty. Please go foul.
No, that's a foul ball.
Just barely, but I needed it.
Ball.
Hit a home run in ranked play. Let's go. I love that Bautista card. And your opponent is gone. Did they let it land at least?
Low. Ball.
Or are you missing out on PXP because of it? All right, fastball inside. Beats him. Probably prevented this guy's World Series game. He did. Nice. Yeah, looks like it. Looks like that might have been the World Series game. Whether or not they were already in. All right. Let's keep it rolling. There was something I wanted to look at before this game. Oh, yeah. Christian Moore. I might want to put him back on the team. Who's a gold card? There he is. 82.90. His clutch is a little bit lower. Probably not worth putting him back on the team, but I like that card a lot. All right, hopefully we have enough pitching. That's going to be the real concern here. Multiplayer mission, multiplayer program is done. I probably should have closed my window a little bit so that I don't play a game on Legend, but why not? Play Buchholz, who did not do good in his debut for me. Let's see what happens. I really like this Nicholas Kurtz card, but I am going to try to get this Rafael Devers before Friday if possible. I've played so many home games this season, it's crazy. And we are going to be playing an away game here. Let's find out where. Looks like Laughing Mountain. Or is this Barnes Canyon? Maybe Barnes Canyon, actually.
Leading off for Chicago, the center
Yeah.
fielder, Roman
No elevation in this park. There's going to be a big field here.
It's 0-1.
first pitch,
Over his head. Man. Pieced that one. That one's a home run in Laughing Mountain. Recent Weekend Classic levels determined by your highest rating? Well, I want to say yes, because that's what they've told us every single time. But if you lose rating and you look at your Weekend Classic like tier in game, it drops with your rating. And I don't know if they've changed that or not, but that's what it's been every time I've seen it so far. So that's what they told us, Greg. I think there's still a chance that it could be your final rating, but that's what they've told us. And I think today they finally, because the other thing was like where Hall of Fame starts and ranked, and I think they finally changed it today. So now Hall of Fame starts at 700, which is what they told us like prior to the game coming out. Floating a little bit there.
No, that missed.
This guy's doing a nice job of staying just in or just out of the zone. We could just let this be like a nice little low-scoring game. Take a few walks. I think that's going to be important in this one. Good pitch.
Zero balls, one strike.
Probably stay in off the plate in this game. Or just on the inside corner. That's fine. Are you in an immaculate grid? Because you tic-tac-toe with my brain whenever you're around. Sure, I'll take it.
1-2.
Should have saved that one for April, not April Fools, for Valentine's next year, Jackie. But I'll take it. I'll keep it in the back pocket until then. Ted Williams to the gap. It's going to be a double one way or the other. And it does get over. Right now you're in the wild card tier. I think once you hit, I want to say 700, the rewards start getting pretty good. 0.04 Mazzara, I guess, with Tigers White Sox today. Ooh. That ball's gone in, oh, it's 87. I was going to say it's gone in Laughing Mountain, but that's not even true. Good job, Jackie. I didn't realize people still played Immaculate Grid. But I was thinking about it the other day. Oh, because I was trying to log into like my MLB Games app or whatever on my phone. But I was on the plane. And there was no Wi-Fi on that plane. So I couldn't log in. And I couldn't play anything. Mayo snags it. 105 off the bat for Ortiz. Is that where you're trying to sit, Greg, or are you trying to get any higher? Get through. Please don't tell me you've been playing MLB Pickle. I feel like if you're playing Immaculate Grid, I don't think you can judge me for playing MLB Pickle. That being said, I have not been playing MLB Pickle. Might as well keep playing, exactly. Get in the gap. It's a long run for the center fielder. I don't think he's going to get there. That's also ground rule double for me, but I feel like I probably could have got third if it hadn't bounced. That's a pitch I'm really going to have to take. There you go. Yeah, that's where I'm at, Greg. I'm like, the weird thing about it, this is what I was saying earlier, is if you're at the bottom of your rating, get out of here. It's 104 off the bat, but it's in a weird part of the yard. Leaps and catches it. 104 off the bat. Barnes Canyon for you. The weird thing is, like, if you're in the rank that you think you're going to be at, or the one that you kind of want to play at, then you kind of want to start at the bottom of your rank so that your opponents are all, like, the people that you can beat are still ahead of you, instead of the people that you're going to be playing being, like, the same or better than you. I don't know if that makes sense. But because of the way it's structured, you kind of like want to be at the bottom. So you have more room to move upwards for your leaderboard push.
Ball.
So this could be a mistake. Like if I play today and I win like 3 games, let's say, I won't have moved up in ranked tier. So I would try to probably get a tier higher. But then I'd have to play on Legend, and I haven't played on Legend all season, so that would be a beast on its own.
1 and 2.
But if I don't get into Legend, and I'm sitting at the top of the 800s when I start on Friday, and I go, let's say, like, 1 game over 500, it's not going to get me too far, because I'm going to have to play tougher opponents. I'm going to have to play some games on Legend, probably. Going to kind of mess with you. If I keep playing, it's because I'm trying to move up a tier or 2 or 3. Valid.
Ball.
And that's where it is nice that, in theory, highest rating is supposed to be what you're going to go off of. Because it does give you that incentive to keep playing. That's always been a problem in the past, is people hitting World Series and stopping. I think that's the biggest thing that Weekend Classic should be able to combat. They might have to make some tweaks here and there, like according to what we were just talking about, but
Ball.
it's definitely the best thing that they've done to combat camping the leaderboards or just like not being incentivized to play after 900 or 1,000 or whatever. Parallel throw. Nicholas can't scoop it. I didn't think that was going to be a moving meter, so. Carson Williams gets the error on that.
Batting eighth, the catcher, Kelton Rushing.
Ball.
After the error, he takes the first pitch. So now I'm like a little worried
That's a
the
ball.
error is going to turn into something bad.
Hit!
All right, Roman Anthony, let's get there. Big ballpark, lots of room for bloops. Room for gappers is good, but room for bloops, not so good. I already hit a gapper 106, so,
Oh, yeah.
or 104, and it was an out.
No balls. One strike.
Was a dot of a slider. This dude definitely has thrown some dots. I'm just going to have to, like, well, that first pitch was down the middle, but I'm definitely going to have to just jam a PCI and run into one at some point.
0-1. That's a ball.
No.
Got him.
It was a hittable pitch. Started an interesting step in finishing the live series. How so? I've taken a large leap in avoiding
That's a
the
ball.
live series collection. Pretty much any live series cards I've pulled, I've just sold. And I'm just going for other cards. So like sold cards, got this Brian Reynolds card. Sold cards, did some collections for like Pipeline and whatnot. Just really filling out the team where I want to. And just aggressively avoiding the live series. It's kind of funny.
That's a ball.
But it's just like by the time I finish it,
One ball.
by the time I finish the live series collection, there's probably going to be 99s in the game, in the market. So that being said, Carlos Beltran probably going to be the best card in the game the whole year. So not bad to have that guy. We faced Roger Clemens in co-op the other day. I think we scored one run off of him. And then the first pitch after he came out of the game, we hit the game-winning homer.
No strikes. Heck one. 2 balls. 1 strike.
And I think next week we're probably going to start co-op stream. So
Ball.
keep an eye out.
3-1.
Not sure if we'll set it up the way we did at the end of
No,
last
that's
year
ball.
or
Runner, take your base.
change it up a little bit, but we'll see. Couple of 2-out base runners so far in the first couple innings, first few innings.
One ball, 2 strikes.
We need to do a better job of locking it down.
Hey-ha!
Buy orders for the remaining diamonds. Okay.
Heck!
Quick sell as I get more stubs. Cancel the old, place a new one. Get a ball. At least as long as it's not an out. Okay, that's good.
Ball.
You can't spend those stubs. That's smart. That co-op game got you to 770. Have you played since then? I was thinking about getting on yesterday, but I was feeling so sick. There was no way I was going to provide any value. So hopefully we can get to World Series co-op tomorrow night. That's your saving plan, Greg? Not a bad idea. Get up, ball. All right, Manny Ramirez in left field. Whiffs it. It's a home run in most other ballparks. Haven't played since. Yo, GH Gaming with the raid. What up, sir? What up, JR? We get a shout out for GH Gaming. I would appreciate it.
Ball.
Yo, what up, GH? Best voice on Twitch. I'll take it. Oh, that's what you get. Barnes Canyon. Manny Ramirez in left field is going to make a play on me here. And I'm out. I had to go for it. Had to go for it. Mods, get on that. What you up to, JR? You playing the show this year? Sooner or later, the buy order will be the right amount, and I get the card. Interesting, interesting. What's up, Dan? What were you playing tonight, GH? Little BR sesh. Take care of the car and dogs real quick. Sounds good, sounds good. Appreciate the raid, man. Oh, boy. Take care of the dogs. I heard that as take care of the dogs and car, I think. In either case. Have fun, sir. School week. I need things to do.
1-0.
What you be doing on school days, Dan? During your senioritis era. We can cut this off with Roman Anthony. Do Diamond Quest today? Nice. Oh, man. All right, well, free out, I guess. I was already typing in chat. Shout out GH Gaming for his raid. I think there's another way to shout out in Twitch now, but I don't know if I've done it since I've come back to streaming.
Ball.
In either case, go check out GH.
Hee-haw.
Grind some rank later, see how far you can make it for sure. Appreciate it, man. We're just seeing how far we can get before Weekend Classic. We're at like 850 right now, I want to say. Been up to as high as like 860. So we might try to get the 900, but I don't know if I want to play on Legend for Weekend Classic, you know? 3 new Conquest maps, save them for the second inning starts. Gain my XP wisely. That's true. Because right now it's just, it sounds like those Conquest maps only really have the uniforms in them.
Tag 2.
So a pretty big brain, I would say, to keep them for second inning.
Ball.
Slash, then shout out space username. Okay. That makes sense. This one, not a very good swing, but it's going to take him to the wall. It's going to be another out. So we've had, I think, 3 flyouts to the wall. One of them was dropped. 3, maybe 4 to the wall. All that would have been home runs in other games. Veritek with 65 power. This one might not go either. It's 107 off the bat at least. Thank goodness. The 65 power got me nervous when I saw it because I thought it was this guy, Carson Williams, for a second. I was like, okay, that's fine. That's going to be Homer, but it wasn't. Oh. Anyway, good swing so far.
0-2. Hike 3.
Perfect home runs are still a thing. I guess so.
Ball.
You believe in Jesus now.
1 ball, no strikes.
Was that related to perfect homers? Probably. Ratino is the command, Dan. Exclamation point Ratino.
2-1's the count.
Got him. There you go, Roman Anthony. He hit one pretty hard the first time up, too. I checked before this stream, and my batting average with Roman Anthony is like 294 against righties and like 400 against lefties. Well, needless to say, I got a little confidence against the lefty there. 625. Over, under that? Over. All right, we took the lead. Was that both home runs that inning? Anyway, some better swings. Squared up some balls there. But also, this guy's hitting me a little bit better than the start of the game. 9-3, nice. Loki might be back. Let's go. Did you get your monitor back yet? Leo Dallas DeVries bunt dancing a little bit.
1-0. One ball, one strike.
I don't know how much accent to put on this guy's name, you know?
2-1.
It's the most non-Dan chat I've ever seen. I was thrown off by that too, Jackie. I know what you're saying. I know what you mean. I want to make World Series, but also Loki burnt after like half a game. Your brother's so easy, isn't it? Rip. He was looking for that pitch, but Teddy's not doing anything with it. You get one and play every day in college? Gotcha. Perfect throw still easy? No. In terms of like how often you get the perfect throw, I would say yes.
Balls, 2 strikes.
But because you have a risk reward factor now, and that if you throw late, you're going to throw it red. Because of that risk reward, you actually have to like decide if you're really going for it. But it's like the same size, I would say, if not even bigger. The bar itself.
That missed. That's a ball.
30K XP booth is worth buying the bosses. I don't think so, because unless you're using it, if you're not using any of the bosses, I would say no. And it's usually, oh my goodness, it's usually only good if you're going to sell the boss on day one. If you're going to grind XP, finish the program, sell the boss day one, that's really the only reason it would be worth it. Or if you're like actually using one or two of the guys.
He's go.
Sounds like you're personally attacking me late, not even bigger size. Manny Beltre. You're using Manny, Beltre, and Mark ain't making the cut. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Again, unless you're really going for it day one. Pack luck has been insane. Also Baroque, because you're addicted to packs. Yeah.
Ball.
That's why you get the pack luck, because they know you're going to buy more. They're injecting it into your account. I have all 3 bosses right now. They've already started going up in price today. And I might sell them tomorrow. But I feel like other people are kind of doing the same thing, right? So we'll see how much of an influx there is, but
That's a ball. One ball, no
I'll be
strikes.
selling mine. I'm just trying to wait and try to time the peak. Every time you get 75K, you rip a 50.
Nope. Ball.
When does rank season end? I believe it ends on Monday.
One strike.
That's when Weekend Classic ends, and I believe Weekend Classic ends with ranked. This season, at least. Oh, you don't even have the cards right now? Yeah, they dipped, I think, below 15K. I saw them around 20 today. I don't remember if that was buy or sell order or what, but
Take your base.
definitely they've started going up already.
Hike one.
Have you guys felt so far like the dreads have been fixed? I haven't used them on offense, so I don't really know. Twitter sounds like it's still an issue. Might not make World Series. Are you going to grind Weekend Classic, though, Dan? You're going to see how far you can go? Mayo had a really good swing earlier here. He flew out to the gap. That one's going to go foul. And that one's going to be a chunky little line drive to center field. How much sleep you want to get? True.
Now pitching.
Blake Trinan coming in. I just took him out of my bullpen. He was one of my... He was doing poorly, but I feel like I would always throw like a first pitch home run with him and then pitch decently with him after that. So I don't know if that was just a skill issue, like bad luck situation going on or what. All right, here's Carson Williams, who I said is batting under 200 with RISP.
That's a ball.
Maybe he just needs a mentality shift.
Inside ball. Hit run.
I like hitting that cutter with him.
Full count. Hit three.
And I take strike 3. Try to get too cute. Whenever I start trying to take walks, that's when I start taking strike 3. I would say I also start chasing a lot more, but no. I chase a lot regardless. Is that fair? Sweet. I thought that was going to hook foul. That one's hit pretty good. Wrong part. Well, I wouldn't say wrong part of the yard. It's the best part of the yard to hit it. Just wrong yard to hit it in. In any case, it's a sac fly. Doesn't go against batting average. Maybe a little earlier would have been a home run.
0 balls, 1
Maybe a
strike.
strong gapper. There you go. I think I'm going to replay that one, to be honest with you. Because, first of all, that was pieced. And second of all, Barnes Canyon. Also, bat flip. It was against the gold pitcher, but whatever. That one's not going to go. Not that it should have, but sometimes you get that backdoor cutter and you pull it. Sometimes it flies. You might be top 50. Yeah, playing against a gold pitcher in the 800s. I'll take it.
That missed. That's a ball.
That being said, I feel like I've seen the ball really well today. And if I see the ball like this, even if I have to play on Legend this weekend, if I see the ball like this weekend, I'll probably do pretty decent. It's just going to always come down to my pitching. That's not true. It always comes down to the hitting. To be able to hit good enough to stay competitive. Because usually my pitching will give me a little bit of an edge. I'm not like super good at pitching, but when I do have good games against good players, it's because my pitching keeps me in the game. I'll put it that way. If Clay can get through 7 here, that'd be fantastic. 6Ks a game, but my timing is always solid. There you go. Saying 6Ks on offense? That's pretty reasonable. When your timing's good, you'll run into a few pitches. Like if you you're swinging and missing, that's fine. You got enough power hitters, you'll run into a few. It's like better strikeouts. Taking 1 walk in 12 games. Even I've done more than that. And opponent quits, so we get a actually complete game with the boy, Clay Buchholz. And we probably shut down another World Series game. So back-to-back people trying to go for their World Series game. Shut him down. That guy in Barnes Canyon. We should get a wheel spin at some point today. And I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I'll be right back. And then we will continue on. Actually, it's going to be a 3-minute break. Dream Stealer. I will continue on some more ranked in a second. We back. Let's get this thing going. All right, it says 1 day and 18 hours until... It says the new XP path and Weekend Classic start at the same time, so that's interesting. I'm going to close my window right there just because, well, I'll keep going. 951. Decent chance that we get this game on Legend. Decent chance that we get something. Like, it's more likely to get someone underneath because there's just going to be more players below you at this rating. But who knows? Could be someone above. 13 batter strikeouts, still won the game. There you go. Take the big hacks. Young Millie with the Zin icon. Maybe I should check the rating beforehand, but whatever. I always forget that you can see the record and the rating now. Which, like, on one hand, I try not to so that I kind of play everybody the same. You can kind of tell how good someone is, like, after a few batters, right? But I don't know. I don't want to, like, see someone and get, like, nervous that they're, like, so good. But you know. And then the other hand is like, oh, you think someone's like a certain rating, so you start playing them a certain way, and then they start making mistake pitches, playing down in competition, whatever. Just another mental variable. So I've never figured out which one's better, to know or not to know. Thoughts?
Heck one.
Bobby Witt Jr. with 79 power against righties. Is that his usual power, or is he up on inside edge? 60k XP off the max and won't be able to complete it. Yeah, I think it starts Friday afternoon, I want to say. Because 18 hours from now means 24 minus 18 is 6. So that would be like 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday. Yeah, that's tough. What does that miss you? Does that mean you don't get the second boss pack?
Ball.
You have baseball practice then? Rip. Kobe Mayo makes another play. This guy's got Beltron. And Kobe Mayo. 3 for 3 on defense. Tanner Houck-Tua. Sure, why not? Hey, it's Jordan Zimmerman. I've used this guy plenty of times in co-op. This looks like Hall of Fame.
Head on the tag.
Unless Zimmerman just has low hits per 9, which he might. No way. Chopped on top of that one.
Tag.
Looked like he was going to run past the bag just for a moment.
Ball.
Zimmerman just does not have a big fastball.
Hiya. 1-1.
Sinker around the corner. Been hitting that pitch a lot better ever since I switched to strike zone 1.
Foul ball.
Co-op legend, Jordan Zimmerman. Is Bautista good? I love Bautista. I would say he's my best hitter right now. There's just one of those guys who does strike out a lot.
No,
I feel like
that's
I
not a
whiff a lot with him, even more so than with other hitters. But when he makes contact, it always flies. That's the thing. And I've hit a couple, a good few nice opposite field home runs with him too. Is he better than McGuire? I think so.
0-2.
Just because of his swing. McGuire, I hit off speed with him really well. And I hit lefties with him really well. But
No, too late.
I think Bautista's swing is just a lot better. Which is
Hee-haw.
maybe not because of Bautista. Maybe it's just because
0-1.
McGuire's swing is so bad that everybody's swing is bitter. So,
Hee-haw.
you know,
0-2.
oh, good swing. I thought that was going to be off the plate for sure. But it hung. Oh, it was off the plate. That's actually pretty much where I want it. But you can't really throw lefties in that spot this year. Lefties, if you put it right there, it's a home run most of the time. If they're ready for it. What up, Matt? You bought him? Nice. He's pretty cheap, right? He's like 6K. Not bad at all. .50 speed.
He's out.
The one annoying thing about this is that there was a strikeout mixed in there. Got to first base on a strikeout.
That's a ball down.
I'm wearing... I don't know how to pronounce that. Ode to Michelangelo?
No, ball.
You. There's not enough X's for it to sound like that.
There we go.
Here we go.
My scent. Did you post that the other day? I think you did. It's not under memes. Where could it be? General chat? It is general chat. Bubble bath. Bubble gum fragrance. Swear you used it as a kid. I wish I did. That would have been sick. I would have smelled like a pizza. Probably did anyway, to be honest. Hot cheese.
That ball's foul.
Crosses generations, brings everyone together. It really does.
That's a ball.
The first time I met my wife's cousins,
1-1.
or little cousins, they were all just in the family room watching Ninja Turtles. Say that like it's a bad thing. Hello, food. What's up, car slammer? How you doing, sir?
No, that's
MLB The
inside.
Show. I see. Oh yeah, we back. They gave me co-op PXP, and I said thank you very much. I'm sold. Got a ranked tournament type thing coming up this weekend, a weekend league. So I'm excited to play in that. You playing it all? Or are you doing real life stuff?
Ha! 0-1.
I've been noticing lately how much bigger the PCI is on cutters. I don't know if you guys have noticed that too. If you get a cutter, obviously we know that the PCI shrinks when you get a slider, but it seems like the PCI really grows when you get a cutter.
0-1.
And that's kind of annoying.
That's a ball.
Been grinding college right now. I have no PS Plus valid. When your semester ends next week, the grind begins. Nice, nice, nice.
1-2.
You're done with semester at mid-May, or sorry, mid-April.
That's a ball.
Are you on like a trimester quarter situation? Good, I need the help.
Did he go? Get real.
That's a gapper for sure. Walker's not getting that one, but he gets a good throw to hopefully keep him a second. What'd you say, Food? Does your semester end mid-April? Are you on like a quarters or trimester situation?
Ball. 2-0.
In theory, I think I would have really liked the shorter, like, trimesters, quarters, stuff like that, rather than a whole semester. I do think I would have preferred it. But I feel like it's so awkward to, like, go back home, try to meet up with friends and stuff like that. I feel like that really affects that part of it. Because not as many people are going to be on your schedule.
Inside.
Which is definitely the case when you're an adult anyway. But it's like, that's kind of your last chance when you're when you're in college. So, end of April, 2 weeks. Okay,
1 ball, 1 strike.
that makes sense. We did. We had like first or second week in May usually.
1-2's the count.
Plays it first on this one.
Come on now.
He's out. Oh, yeah. All right.
Probably won't be adding any gold cards to the game anytime soon. I don't think that's fair to say. I think they very well could, because I think they've added some in like every program so far, right?
Oh, here we go.
I'm thinking like Pipeline Breakout, And then New Threads program had golds in it.
Yeah. 0-1.
I think some of the conquests or like
2.
stuff like that might have golds.
No balls. 2
I don't really
strikes.
know what their conquest structure is right now, but
Ball.
definitely it seems like these player programs are gonna contain some for maybe another month or so, maybe 2. They might even keep putting them in those programs no matter what, just because there's gonna be so few opportunities to put golds in the game. Because they used to add the bronze, silver, golds in the BR packs, but since that's not really a thing, and I lost track of what their plan for team affinity is, but that would be the next place where there would be an influx. So probably just these programs. College summers was weird. She had to go from being so busy. That's a lunge swing there. So busy to doing nothing for 2 months. No golds in the first spotlight drop. Which one was spotlight? April player month stuff. That's interesting. There was no golds in there. Because that was like tops now type stuff in there too, right? That's kind of surprising.
Ball. That's it.
What up, Laddie? How you doing, dude? What was new?
Got him.
Needed a little bit better of a swing with Roman Anthony, though. Couple of good swings that inning, though.
Ball.
Back home in the summer, and all I have is 2 classes. Meanwhile, this semester I've been playing club ball and studying. I don't know. My summers in college were always like I had to take summer classes because either I would like withdraw or drop a class during the semester, or
Hey.
like after I changed majors, I had to catch up on a couple classes.
Ball.
So I don't think I ever got a summer off. I also took summer classes and then dropped the summer class. That happened a couple times. Home from work, nice. Is it relaxing playing MLB The Show or avoiding MLB The Show? That's what I had to do yesterday because I've been playing a decent amount lately, just
Full count.
here and there. But this week I've been kind of sick. Like I took yesterday morning off of work pretty much. And then I was like, I can't. If I look at the baseball moving fast across my screen, I'm going to get more sick. So I had to force myself not to do anything last night, and thankfully today I feel a lot better.
Nope.
I think is related.
1-1. Make the tag. Make the tag.
All right, plays a 1 here.
Out.
Junior year of high school, freshman year of college, things happened that I never had more than 3 straight weeks off at a time. I feel like that's not super unusual. I guess your summer for junior to high school, does that include like even working part-time, or are you just like working full-time at that point for a summer job? You need to quit swinging. The game is on, however, no game has been played yet. Is it in a delay? Oh, you're saying like MLB The Show? I thought like you were watching a game. There you go, Brian Reynolds. That's a smash. That used to happen to me. Actually, in college, that's what happened the most. That's when it happened the most. I would turn the game on, and then I would just sit there and like do other stuff. And I would never actually play. And the game would just, like, my PlayStation would be on for like 4 hours before I started playing. These days, I usually don't turn it on in the first place if I don't end up playing right away. But there are plenty of nights where I'm like not feeling it. The show, yeah. It made sense after a moment.
0-1.
Once a game is being played, what are you playing? Is it a ranked kind of night? Summer classes and visiting colleges. That makes sense. I think I did all my college visits. I did not so get that pitch. I think I did all my college visits during the school year. Well, JK, I can do even less, right? Nicholas. What unusual read unfair to me. And what was even more unusual, summer break began on April 18th, freshman year. That is unusual. Are you on Legend? I don't think so. I think this is Hall of Fame. Offline, New Conquest, and Diamond Quest. That's a good play. What are you guys doing with the new Diamond Quest cards? Are you guys, in general, are you collecting cards? Or are you selling them to, like, try to finish live series collection? Because the flashbacks collection comes pretty soon.
No balls. 1 strike.
It's coming, like, end of April as well. But I feel like there's not too many people who will have completed the Beltron collection and be able to go straight into that so quickly. Feels like they're starting it pretty early this year. Selling dupes and collecting everything else. Yeah. I'm not selling the dupes of the flashbacks yet. For that, I'm going to wait until the collection does drop. Hopefully some of those go up in price. But I'm not really collecting anything. Unless I have a card that I want. For instance, I collected some of the pipeline cards to get Roman Anthony. But in general, not really collecting. Selling all my live series cards. So I'm really just building out my team through the marketplace.
That's a ball low.
After the last exam, I went back to my dorm. Open iTunes, play the Hallelujah chorus from Ansel's Messiah, and that's what I was saying. Hallelujah. Sounds like a vibe. Don't know if I would buy the show or not. I've gone this long. Looks like I'm not. Yeah. It's like once you get over the first couple weeks, that's when you're like questioning the FOMO a little bit. And then once you get past it, you're like, all right,
1-1.
there's other stuff coming up on the horizon. Switch to new Nintendo games. New PC remakes. Because PC's not getting new games. They're just getting PlayStation remakes.
That's a ball.
And you're like, all right, I got through that, and now there's other stuff for me to do. Switch 2 looks tough.
That's a foul.
There's some cool parts to it for sure. It looks like it's going to be a really good console.
2-2.
I am interested to see how much it actually gets used, purchased. There's going to be bots and resellers, what kind of stuff they've learned. Have companies learned in the past 5 years how to do these drops? We're about to find out. It's like we were talking a while ago. Yeah, there's no COVID preventing like supply chain issues or causing supply chain issues. Now we've got tariffs at the worst time. Some economic downturn. The big question marks. But I hope at least like the scalper part of it is fixed. I think there was a GPU thing going on where they're selling GPUs through Amazon Prime and you have to have a Prime account. I don't think Nintendo's doing that. But it would be interesting if like the first drop only went to like Nintendo online users, whatever that subscription is called. Like some kind of paywall that's like a little bit more natural maybe. I have to get a summer job just to buy that.
1-1.
Very true, very true. Oh, I thought that was pieced. Just a little early on it. Dismayed to learn the Switch 2 Pro controller will not work with the OG Switch. Did they say why that is? There's no COVID. At least people will be able to purchase in-store something that wasn't possible when PS5 and Xbox X dropped. Kind of.
Ball low.
I don't know if that's true in the States, though. I haven't been following, like, super closely, so I don't know the details, but did they delay the drop, or did they just not do pre-orders for the United States?
3-1.
Don't know if you get a Switch 2 at launch. Don't think it's worth the price. What is it, $450? Good swing. I don't know if that's worth the price. Maybe not. I think it's a good price for the console. It's actually probably cheaper than I thought it was going to be. It's probably a fair price for the console, but at the same time, yeah, like it's probably not worth the price for the upgrade.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Cost more than a PS5 and is like the quarter of the power.
Hee-haw.
Too much noise. Yeah, that's fair. But on the point of if they're able to purchase in store, I don't know. I don't know if they'll be able to.
Ball.
I don't know if stores are going to like,
1-0.
I don't know, deal with that, or are they going to put a markup on it? There'll be some weird stuff going on. Made games look sick on the Switch, though, the new one, true. Why I consider it, though, is because it could be
Let's go, Tanner.
hacked pretty quickly. Hacked isn't like jailbroken or like security issues. Oh, that goes off the wall. Not bad. We'll take 3.
Nice hit. Nice hit. Way to go.
Oh, that's the pitch I wanted. Got it. Just missed it. Thought he was going to throw a slider right there. In that spot. Staying alive with 61 vision. I thought that was also going to be a slider. I guess I have been hitting the... Oh, I'll take it. I have been hitting the off speed, so maybe it is time to see some fastballs and gear up for some fastballs. Not a bad idea.
Ball. 1-0.
I could tell his clutch rating here. No. Cattell's misery with runners in scoring position continues. He's probably batting under 200 now.
Leading off for the Burritos, the catcher
With the Risp.
Simmons.
Now we're going to the 7th, down 4.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
I think Houck's going to get 1 base runner here. Wait till 2 strikes. That guy is throwing straight junk. You'd think so, but every time I've taken a pitch when I want to, then he throws a strike.
Go, Tanner.
Ball.
But I do need to lock in. I feel like I've gotten to the 7th here and haven't really paid attention offensively. Still have yet to make a World Series.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Didn't you say you like barely played since you don't have PS Plus? Or are you saying just in general throughout the years? Made CS last year? Gotcha. Maybe we need a little dude versus the world to
Second base,
kickstart you a little bit.
Marte.
If you know, you know. Brings back memories. Ones you had locked away in the vault. All Immortal Team, was that what it was?
No, that's low. Ball.
I feel like that was like one of maybe the only Dude versus World game we ever actually played. Good times. All right, Bobby Witt. We definitely have played each other a lot. There was something to do with Mario Mendoza. Is it that you always use Mario Mendoza? And then one time I think you threw me like changeups in the dirt for the whole game and I swung at all of them. Aparicio, yeah. All right, let's reset here. Let's get 2 runs in this inning. Should have been a pitch I should have pieced right there.
That missed. That's a ball. 1-0.
Finally, some reverse spin on that pitch, because that was a swing that usually gets topped into the shortstop's glove, but with like overspin. But that one backspun into center field. Veritek homered last game. I don't think he's 0 for 2 in this one. Now he's throwing the fastball. Off the end of the bat. I don't think that's dropping. And slowly to third. Did not get our 2 runs. 1 good swing. 2 swings I just missed. And a bunch of swings I should have laid off of.
Now pitching. Matt Strong.
Hey-ha!
Definitely still in this one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Gonna take a couple good at bats though.
2.
Go see Minecraft? I did not see Minecraft. Did you see Minecraft? All I've seen are clips of the Minecraft movie online. More specifically, clips of people in the theaters cheering every time Jack Black makes a face and says 2 words, which mean absolutely nothing to me. Good defense. I did not see it, but it's been big. What is the demographic you've seen coming in for that? Is it mostly teenagers? I should say like disproportionately more teenagers than it would have been for other movies. Haven't had any weird hijinks. That's good. Mostly kids with their families. Interesting.
Let's go, Roman.
From what I hear, it sounds like one of those movies that they made to get clipped and put on like Twitter and TikTok especially. Groups of teens too, but mostly families. Late on the fastball there on the auto pitch.
Direct!
Bruh. Every time
0-2.
Every time there's a situation like that, I'm like, all right, they're not going to throw me a strike. And then they throw a fastball, and I missed the fastball. So now I'm like, okay, I got to hit the fastball. Take it away. And then finally, I swing and miss on the changeup. This is what happens when you don't take good at-bats early in the game.
It's 0-1.
Even if you try to lock in and take good at-bats, you're already pigeonholing yourself. See, again, I try to take a pitch, doss me with a fastball.
Ball, that's in.
It's just good pitching. That's how you get someone off balance. I mean, bad at-bats for sure, but advantageous, taking advantage pitching-wise, so. Number 4 hitter, Nicholas Kurtz.
Now batting, first base.
The one man I can trust. When there's runners in scoring position, which there's not. But he does have a homer in this game, I think.
Ball, outside. Let's go.
Thought that was going to be a change.
Two and one.
Don't know how people take walks in this game.
Nope. Ball.
It's like a myth to me. I've never done it, so I couldn't tell you.
3-1.
Go foul.
Foul ball.
It was inside. That fastball looked like it was zigzagging. Out of the hand, it looked like a cutter or something. I don't think he even throws a cutter.
Let's go, Nick.
I was going to say, there was no way that was going to be a strike. But then it started breaking like it was going to drop in the zone. And I had to swing. I was actually surprised I saw as many strikes as I did in that at-bat because
Can't be serious.
I've been swinging at a lot of junk.
Boo. Let's go. Get on your horse. Yeah.
My goal for this weekend, though, is just to get to
Ball, no strikes.
4 wins in the first 6.
That's a ball.
And then if I stay in the 800 bracket,
That's a ball.
if I move up to
That's
900,
inside.
maybe things will change mentality-wise. But I think if I'm in an 800 bracket, I should be able to get top 10. And my goal is to get 4 out of 6 in the first 6 games.
Ball 4. Take your base.
I believe, dude. Thank you, Egg.
Now batting, the right fielder, Juan Soto.
Hee-haw.
That'll be a big win.
Ball. That's a ball.
Man. I think we can definitely get 4 out of 6. Timing wise, I don't think I'm gonna play solo ranked again after tonight. So I basically, to get to 900, I basically have to come back in this game and then win the next game before we end stream, which is pretty unlikely.
All day, baby. All right. Get it in. Turn it.
Well, let's see. My neck is not feeling good. That's one. We're about to let Jordan Zimmerman get a complete game on me. Can't let that happen. It's a 4-seam coming. Another sinker.
And foul.
Tried to dot me with the four seam. He did.
Ball.
Lay one down, yeah. Maybe the next guy. We had some lineouts late in this game.
Get on your horse. Oh, no. No. That's down. That's a ball.
I lay one down with Veritech. Certainly won't see it coming. Dirty Bird. What's good, dude? And OG returns. Ooh. Lay one down, 1-2. Let's do it. What you up to, Dirty Bird? Oh, God. How many friendlies are you sending during the weekend league? As many as I've sent in my entire life. I don't think I deserved to win that game because I did swing at a lot of bad pitches, but I think I had a lot more line drives than the score would say. 2018. Something like that. There's Mike Messina. I think next game I should get a wheel spin at least. Actually, the ideal situation is if I lose this game, then I start at a lower rating for weekend league. All right, Arietta. A lot of solo homers today. A lot of good swings, last solo homers. Buckles has a tier 1 +1 contact +1 left. +1 contact left and right. What is the point of being a captain at that point? I know, like, there was a whole thing about him getting nerfed because... sure, why not? I've been rejecting friendlies a lot more often. And I've only gotten, like, 2 this year. But it feels like a mistake to just, like, accept a friendly and then end up playing someone, like, much more difficult. You never know the risk you're taking when you take the friendly. Nice pull, Webb. Now we're the away team against Yamamoto. As long as it's not Barnes Canyon, it's Pittsburgh. Am I playing against Webb right now? Interesting location. But I got some strong lefties, and I wouldn't mind putting it off the wall a few times. Webb reference. If it's not Webb, then it's you, Egg. It's one of you two. Maybe you two are playing co-op against me right now. PCI looks like Hall of Fame again. Looks like we're still not going to be on Legend.
On the tag, you're out.
And we're still not going to be taking pitches. Ryan Reynolds, 455. Whenever I think of Reynolds, I think of 455. Is this number 45? What number does he wear? He wears number 10. Just bought Hadley last night. Nice. Hall of Fame written all over him. Never a legend. The ball comes out of his hand a little weird, but there's a lot of guys like that this year, I think. The ball kind of like flips out of his hand. But sometimes they just do it for like a certain pitch in a certain location, and it's not consistent like that. Like that one looked pretty normal.
0-1's the count.
Wait till 3 strikes. I'll never see it coming.
Aye.
Number 10.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Did you get Adley for a collection or are you using him on the team? Here's my Arrieta with the Frisco Rough Riders. Joyzy. But yeah, if Brian Reynolds doesn't wear number 45, I feel like he's always been a guy that bats like 450 for me.
That's outside.
That's mostly like silver card or gold card in BR, but
Nope, outside.
he's dicing you up, not gonna lie. Just for the collection? Nice.
Foul ball.
Alright, so this guy can gear up for that inside pitch when he wants to.
3-2.
But the question is, does he always want to?
Nope, that's ball 4. Take your
At
pick.
Henderson, so why not? How you doing on weekly challenge? I don't think I've hit more than like 4 hits in one run. So not very good.
Ball 1.
I probably tried it 10 to 15 times.
Aye.
And I feel like I don't learn anything from one attempt to the next, so I'm like, whatever. Not making any progress here.
He's out.
I feel like that ball definitely should have been a double play. Very slow to develop.
Ball, that's out. Aye.
Anybody playing Out of the Park Baseball 26?
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
I got the mobile version. And it since has crashed on me. It'll take a minute to fix it, but... Anybody playing it? It is cross-platform. I double-checked that. So if you get your account on like Steam or something, just log in with your account on one of them, and it's the same. But it's not free on the app. It's just
That's a
cheaper.
ball.
Had a bit of fun, but love it enough. But don't love it enough to keep getting it. Is that what you're saying? That's where I'm at. The last time I played was probably... I forget which one I had in my Steam. Maybe 22, 21, something like that.
3-2.
But I was craving a little bit of like simulation with stakes. Because they have like a Diamond Dynasty mode that's just all simulation. So you collect cards, you play like PvP, you play other players, but it's all simulation.
Ball inside.
They have their franchise. Like they were built on their like franchise modes and all that kind of stuff, but of course they have to have Ultimate Team, as any sports game does now.
Leading off for the Cowboys, the first baseman,
Doing historic teams and stuff. Yep.
Kerr.
We got some pretty good stuff going on over there. And I think they have like all the players because they don't need the likenesses. Like they have a lot of cards that don't have faces on it, and so they have just like whatever player they want to put in there, I guess. I think that's how it works. They can use anybody's name, just not their face, if they don't have the rights. Nicholas, I was a top 1,000 Superfractor there. Looks like I might have got it last game.
Ball 1.
The last guy was throwing like really close pitches to the zone. This guy's throwing a lot farther outside, so hopefully I have a bit easier time to lay off some pitches. The last guy was dotting right on the corner, right off the corner.
Batting sixth, the right fielder,
This guy's just throwing junk.
Walker Jenkins.
And the question is, am I a real baller So far, the answer's been no. This guy's got Slender Man behind the plate. I look like he was actually gonna like throw that ball into the spikes of my runner. Not gonna drop. As soon as I started showing just even an ounce of patience, threw a couple fastballs at me. I haven't used much as a Bregman card, but took a few at-bats with him, and he was really good. I even hit I think a home run on a swing that was like the wrong ambush. I guessed wrong on the ambush and still hit a home run. He was barely out at second. That was almost a disaster. George W. ambush. Big double play. Carson Williams getting it started. He's going to be up second. That got a chuckle. Veritek against righty's pretty good. I have hit a home run against a lefty with him today.
Ball, that's in.
Take this pitch, but it's going to be the best pitch I've ever seen. See? Every time I've taken a pitch, he comes back with a fastball in the zone. And yeah, now he's dotting too. Like I was saying earlier that he's just throwing junk. But now the dots are coming in. Doesn't matter though. That one's going in the river. 467. I think I got to replay it just because I want to see if it goes in the river. And if it shows me. Show me where it landed. Can you even go out of the ballpark to see it? It bounced off the water, guys. There were no boats out there, though. Thought we might see Webb out there. Egg was definitely out there. Egg was there in his snorkel. It was actually a bomb with freaking Veritek. I'm glad I took out the other guys now. Like I was really trying to not take out Dalton rushing and then Basayo, but Basayo's defense was so bad. I felt like I couldn't time up anything with rushing. And Veritek is easing my anxiety about taking those guys out. Just hitting bombs. I feel like Reynolds has a very similar swing to him as well.
That's a ball.
Johnny bench time, imagine. There was like 1 year where I was good with Johnny Bench. Never again. Low-key, I was always good with, like, Gary Carter. Just not his diamond cards. He had, like, random, like, silver and gold cards, which I would mash with. And his swing, like, I don't think he was a swing that anybody really liked. He'd always get platoon cards. But he was a funky one for me. But has he not been in the game lately?
0-1.
He seems like one of those guys where he's been in the game for so long, then they'll take him out for like 2 years, then they'll bring him right back.
That's ball
I
2.
feel like we've been getting some of those lately.
Outside, that's a ball.
Glaber tried to smash a sinker inside last time. This is Willie Adames, though, not Glaber. That was not supposed to go there. I blame Carlos. He said throw him a fastball down the middle, even though it was after I had already thrown the pitch, so. Replay right back. Fair enough. That ball was not supposed to go there. 468. That was a bomb as well.
Ball, that's down. Ball.
That's right.
Curveballs are so dumb. I don't know why I throw them. Because if you throw it perfectly, it's going to be
Ball.
on the outside part of your par and not a strike. And if you throw it anything that's not perfect, even if you do throw it perfect, it's just otherwise just going to be a hanging pitch down the middle. Or at the bottom of the zone where they just drop the head on it. That's also a bomb. 467, we've both just been hitting bombs. This has got to be like one of the highest average home run distance of all time. That one's down the middle too.
That's a ball.
Also a bomb, but it's going to hit the stand, so it's not going to be quite as far. If that landed, it would probably be 423. That pitch actually went exactly where I wanted it, but there's been a couple times where this guy has turned on that pitch, so this dude's definitely ready for an upstairs sinker. Thank you, Carlos.
Ball, that's off the plate. Inside ball.
It's not going anywhere close. We're going to mound visit. Sometimes it's hard to, like, obviously you can see the confidence bar, but it's not as clear when you're playing pinpoint. Other, like, meter, analog, you can see the bar disappear and all that kind of stuff. So you're like, okay, yeah, I definitely have to go get a new, go get a mound visit. On pinpoint, though, nothing really changes, like, input-wise, so nothing you could, there's no clear indicator while you're pitching. That pitch was just late. The home run was a just late curveball. Like 3-4 inches below the zone. I'm a division series player. I know best. True. Using your IRL ball knowledge. My pitching staff, I think, is refreshed decently enough. But I don't really have, like, long relief. So, kind of want Arrieta to get himself through the fourth if possible.
Ball one.
Now, this guy's hitting... The thing is, this guy hits both the upstairs pitch and the downstairs pitch. But so far, it's been off speed, low, and fast stuff up. So maybe I need to switch that part of it up a little bit.
Counts full. Come on now, kid.
Okay, get the fly out. We got bottom of the order coming up here. We can get this out, and then we got 8-9 for the next inning.
0-1.
That's all we need. All right, hopefully that stabilizes things. That should get foul. Hopefully it's not a fly out. Pretty close. Is that where Robles like injured himself yesterday?
Come on. Out. Let's go.
That's the pitch I like hitting with Kurtz. I just wasn't ready for it. Anything like right on the inside edge to Kurtz is always a home run. That's getting down. It's going to be a single, though. Pretty much got to it before I got to first.
Get it in. Get it in. Nope. That's inside.
A lot of cutters coming inside right now.
Ball 2.
No way. I'm missing the cutters by just a bit. Some of them are hittable. Like, that was backdoor. Technically hittable. The ones on the inside corners, technically hittable. That's a home run. Man. He's been pretty good about staying with the pitch. But I thought we could get some, like, fast stuff low, because he was turning on the fastball upstairs, turning on the low off speeds. Thought we could switch it up a bit, but it looks like he made the adjustment. Probably just going to need another pitcher.
Come on now. Come on.
The first baseman, number 3.
Let's see what kind of lefties. No, it's just Bryce and those two righties.
No, that's a foul ball. Let's go.
Here we go. Got some confidence back.
8-2.
This definitely has to
No
be a
balls,
ball.
2 strikes.
That's
Ball,
fine.
that's out.
Totally cool. Just as long as it doesn't cut over the plate.
Ball. Counts 1-0. Ball,
Bautista's the one that hit the curveball low out of the zone for a home run. Gonna keep this one fair. We're gonna make a play here at second. And he knew it. Stayed at first. I don't feel like that needed to be down the middle, but okay. I was gonna say we're gonna ride or die with Arrieta here, because it's not really worth burning bullpen this early in a game where I'm not hitting. Like, if it was like, if I score like 4 runs or something, I'd say, okay, I'm hitting well enough in this game to try to stay in it. But if I'm not scoring, then I just let Arrieta throw himself into a mercy if needed. Like how the Sox ride or died with TLR. Yeah, something like that. Died or died, more like it.
Leading off for the Cowboys, the third baseman, Kobe Mayo.
There we go. We got one back there. Another big bomb, 463. Veritek's the one who hit one in the river last time. Or on the river, I should say, since it bounced off directly.
Ball, that's outside.
Just missed it. That's the kind of swing where, like, you see that be home run sometimes. Cutter down the middle. Fully in the PCI. I'm not saying I really got all of it, but kind of did. A lot of these middle cutters, I'm trying to, I keep dipping my PCI on it, but it's staying, like, in the middle part of the plate. That time it did actually dip. And it's going to be a double. Dude's really liking his cutter. He died for that off the wall. I wonder if he thought it was going to be a home run. No, because it would have shown up with the indicator. Slider after a couple cutters. Probably a 4-seam here. There's Brian in his home ballpark.
Hey, you got this.
Still loving his cutter. I rolled halfway to third. That's Basayo back there. We know after last time he's not very... He's not the dude back there. Let's just put it that way. Basayo does not like making plays. Alright, a couple good swings that inning. This is the kind of inning now that, I don't know, I feel like a little bit more confident hitting in this game. Now it's like, if anything bad happens, we're taking him straight out of the game. One run every inning, that's all you need. Lay one down. True. We got some guys that can bunt. I'll put in Jordan Lawler just for some speed. Actually, before the year started, I thought I was going to try to evolve into a speed demon. But it got boring too fast. Keep your eye on the ball. Put the ball in the basket.
He's out.
All right, quick inning for Arrieta. Come back and get some runs. There's a lot of cutters here.
That ball's foul.
Touchdown. Guessed wrong on both of those, but still smashed them. Smashed that one too. Kept it fair though. Another blast. Another 462. I think all three of my homers have been over 460. Thank you, Carlos. Let's see if a lefty comes in. We got Cattell and Sandwich in those lefties. Now lay one down. Yes. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He's going to go to a righty. It's a Raisel Iglesias. Does he throw, he does have a sinker. Primary or circle change, it looks like. Starts off with a sinker.
Yeah. 0-2 is the count.
Small PCI against Raisel.
3.
it over his head. No, he catches it. If it dropped, we had a chance. Just because, like, you kind of get in between on who you're controlling as the defender. So, like, he's trying to catch it with the pitcher, and then you're trying to catch it. Your controller switches you to the third baseman, and then you're kind of moving a different direction. That little moment where you have to, like, press the throw button again gives you a chance. That's unusual. Strikeout. Catcher does not touch it. Basayo back there once again. And the pitcher makes the play. We got 1 run, though. That's all you said I needed, right? Adames, I think he's the first one to homer in this game for them. On a sinker down the middle. Now we got 2 next inning. Okay. You got it, sir. Moving the goalpost, but that's okay. Late one down with first and second. You really are Tony La Russa.
Now batting, second baseman, Labor.
Tony La Russa in disguise. Wait, didn't Matt have an alternate account called Tony La Russa? Never disrespect my small ball like that. That guy's a fraud. He invented your small ball. What do you mean? Couldn't be. Definitely not. Totally not. All right, it's time to make the switch. Is it Mark Davis or is it Billy Wagner? We'll go Billy Wagner.
Now pitching. Billy.
We'll throw the velo at him. Sounded like he squared it. That dude was hoopasma and handsome. How do you like the Sox this season?
The right fielder,
Probably even worse than last season.
Jose Bautista.
Probably just got worse.
Ball 1.
And the minor leaguers that they expect to take over are not doing well either. So the future is bleak. Did you see how they lost today? No, I didn't. I saw yesterday how they lost on 2 walks in a row. I saw that they lost 2-3 today, but I didn't see how.
Leading off for the Cowboys, the third baseman, Kobe Mayo.
Talkman was rounding the bag, tying run, and got injured. That shouldn't be funny, but it's only hilarious because it's the White Sox.
Aye. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3.
That's incredible. 2 teams that could win the championship, and other team is just there to get beat by them. The Marlins and the Tigers. Carlos was like ready for that. He was waiting for someone to acknowledge.
Ball.
Are you a Tigers fan now, Carlos? Got around on that ball. Tell you what, it isn't the Cardinals. We talking Yankees, Dodgers? Or is it Dodgers and somebody else?
Out.
Here we go.
Right, sell card's kind of nice. Wouldn't say I'm a fan because that wouldn't be fair to the absolute misery that their fans were put through. However, I am a big fan of Miguel Cabrera and have been my whole life, so I guess I am a
Leading off,
bandwagon fan. Fair enough.
the left fielder, Jorge Soler.
Nope.
And fairly put.
One and one. One ball, 2 strikes.
Ooh,
That's down.
good take. That wasn't supposed to be there, I'll tell you that much.
Full count.
When they get him just a bit off balance to end that bat. Yoinks. Good news is we should have time for one more game after this.
Come on, Julio. Hey! I got a ball, 1 strike. That's ball 2.
Since it's just been a lot of solo homers.
Ball inside.
We'll probably take out Billy here.
Now pitching.
We're still within reach. 5 runs in 2 innings, definitely doable. Can't get off till we get a win. I did win my first 2 games, I think. Yeah, because I won the first game and then got the quit.
Ball
Now we're in line to lose the next 2.
Hey!
Can't end on a
One
loss.
ball, 2 strikes.
That's devastating if you're playing 45-minute games.
He's out.
Leading off, fourth
Just even a 3-game losing streak takes like 2 hours.
Chicago, the center fielder, Roman.
Gold's in the bullpen for this guy.
Now pitching.
And obviously using it against me because I'm not hitting.
Scott.
I'm sure these are like
Hey!
mop-up guys.
0-2. Nope.
I
Outside.
believe in the dub. Appreciate it. I'll make you proud. I thought I got that ball. Let's see where I missed it. On top of it somehow.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
See if I can stop trying to hit home runs. It went up the middle. And just like that. Don't be afraid to lay one down if you have to. Oh, good idea, Carlos. I hadn't thought about that. Is that dropping? Thank goodness, man. I feel like I've had so much of those today. So many of those. Nicholas. I pinch hit. I'm going to pinch hit.
0-1.
They probably will bring in another pitcher, though. I'm okay with it. It's not a bad idea to go back to a righty because then I've have Cattell behind him anyway. Give Mason Miller. Question is, do I want to go ahead and pinch hit again with somebody else here? I don't think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit with McGuire.
Miller.
No balls, 2 strikes. Hey!
Imagine if I do end up bunting eventually and it like completely changes the tide. Imagine if I did try to bunt with Cattell with 2 outs though. He never would have saw it coming. Just like that, we're back in this ball game. And I finally hit a fastball. See, it was a big brain play to go with McGuire because it forced a righty in. Wait, no, Cattell was worst against righties anyway. But he did it anyway against the righty. An honest man's home run.
One ball, two
That
strikes.
bunt really went far. Somehow stay alive. It's a morale booster for sure. You think so? Are you saying a bunt base hit is a morale booster, or a sacrifice bunt is morale booster? Yo, Cavicom with the big raid. What's up, man? Cava raid. What's going on, friends?
2 balls, no strikes.
Let's go. Bunt today keeps Los away. That's why I'm not bunting, because I don't want you to go. We need Los to stay every day, not to go away. How you doing, sir? How's the stream? Let's see if that works. It does not work. I'm gonna shout out for Cavicom here in a second. Lift small, bunt the ball. Even Egg wants a bunt? That's crazy. How you doing, Cavicom? How's the stream, man?
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Wasn't new with ya. How's married life? It's good. It's good. We're still looking for a place, so we've been waiting for like this week. This last 2 weeks have been in a holding pattern. We're supposed to hear back from this apartment. So we're just trying to get things moving. And it is going slow. Oh! How about you? Playing out of the park tonight? 28 people want to see a bunt. Yeah, true.
Hey. 0-1's the count.
We got that yellow jump with Jenkins in right field at the worst time. That's all.
Ball 1.
He swung at that pitch for sure. I need some food, dude. What kind of food are we eating tonight? Some dude food? How dare does the game do this to you? Yeah, right, Carlos? Whatever's available, fair. I'll probably open the fridge, look at it, and then close it, and then walk away. That's probably the vibes tonight.
Hey. 0-1.
Hope everyone's doing good, though. I'm Dude Food. Played some MLB The Show. I did purchase
0-2's the
Out of the Park 26 this year, but just the mobile version. And if I'm enjoying it for long enough, then I'll get the full version. But my app like crashed today and it won't let me log back in, so
0-1's the count.
I'll have to go see if that's a known thing or if I'm just out of luck.
No balls, 2 strikes. Ball 1.
Addicted to the show. They patched it today? Okay, good.
That's ball 2.
Go look for the update.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
What you been playing on the show, sir?
The count is full.
What kind of modes? It was known? Okay. Knowing my luck, it would have just been like a random thing that only happened to me. Actually, let's put in a new picture. I probably should have a couple ago. The lack of a hitting patch as usual. I'm going to go Class A here. If I do get a save opportunity, then we'll go with Dibble. But I like Dibble coming into a clean inning because I don't like throwing with him out of the stretch. Franchise J's playing all the organizations in full on IRL calendar date. Nice. So you're doing one day at a time, and then what do you do with the rest of the time?
Ball, that pitch is out.
Big believer, the biggest believerizer. Look at that. He believes I deliver. Bottom of the order coming up. Mayo, Veritek, Carson Williams. But that's okay, because in order to get after you get 3 runs from the bottom of the order, that's when the top of the order comes up. Simple. then you mash. Oh, all the organization game. I see. That's cool.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Minor league games, kind of delivering a losing game right now, bro. But that's only because he didn't believe in me before. Now he's a big believer. Now we can turn it around. Somehow staying alive. I think I used to do that at Cavicom in like MVP 05. I would like create a couple players, throw them in the minor leagues, and then that would make it more fun for me to play the minor leagues. And then go ahead and play the major league game after that. First inning program, nice. New one's coming out in a couple days. How do you feel about the game so far this year? Could not have swung at that pitch. Out of all pitches in this game that I should not have swung at, that was number 1. Haven't done any affinity yet. Yeah, I think the highest I'm at is like 50K for anybody. And that's only if I happen to like want to do their collection, because I haven't done many collections either. You love 25? Nice. What stands out for you this year in the game?
0-2 is the count.
%9 on Dodgers? Dang. Does that mean you finished the Dodgers collection? Included?
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Comeback time? Let's do it. This is what separates the beverages from the food. I like it. Squared it just a little early, though. All right. We had a decent, like, there's the middle innings there. I lined out a bunch. But the beginning of the game, I was swinging at a lot of terrible pitches. End of the game, I swung at some bad pitches, but you locked in pitching-wise at the end, too. Haven't even started collections except the starter. So you've just been, like, grinding on Dodgers players, huh? That guy was in the 700s. This is the first person today which I didn't ruin their World Series run. I think the first 2 people I played were both trying to hit World Series, and I beat both of them. We lost the last 2 here. All right, let's see what we can get. Chase back with a Brian Reynolds inside. I do want to get Devers before the end of the week. Yo, Hyper Gaming, appreciate the follow. Welcome. Hope we're doing good. We're gonna play one more game tonight. I wasn't thinking that I would, but Carlos and Egg said I had to play until I win, so I guess we're gonna play about 12 more games because that's how many it's gonna take me before I win. Nothing ever changes, man. Good to see you though, man. Can't end a loss ever. Oh no. Appreciate the raid, my man. If you got to head out, I understand. Sleep tight. Otherwise, we'll get you a nice bedtime baseball dub right here. I will say if we're able to get this guy to quit in like 2 innings, it will be the end of stream. But you know, maybe you can root against me for the first few innings, so that they don't quit. And if they offer friendly, I'm saying no. The last guy, I replayed my first home run too. I think they locked in immediately because of that. I was like, Dude Food will raid me, right? 3 hours later, Dude Food's still trying to win. I'm begging Food. Lay down one for the homies. I will. Let's see. Who should I lay one down with? I'll lead it off. I'll lead it off with a bunt for you, Carlos. I got you. Way to set the tone. They want the friendly? I mandated a 9-hole bunt with Carson Williams. There's no speed in the 9-hole though. I'll bunt with Roman Anthony though. One time in play. How about a 1-9 bunt then start playing? 1-9 bunt.
Say, come on now.
Batting second, the left fielder, number 10.
It had to be the best bunt of all time. Carlos is just looking at me like I knew what I was talking about, man. Boo.
0-2 is the count.
Way to play, kid. Goat. Bunt him over. Should I bunt with Jose?
Ball, that's just out.
Not Jose? Okay, fair.
Aye.
3-hole never bunts? Maybe on my team they do.
Aye.
Nobody's too good for a bunt. Nobody makes too much money for a bunt.
3.
Everybody's the same here. Not what I signed up for when I decided to spend my time watching Dude Food. Not here for bunts. All right, that should be able to score him with the angle taken by Schwarber. Didn't even need the bunt. Look at that. How you doing, DeGrooch? What's going on tonight, sir? Bunt gapper, yeah. Gattel's had a pretty good day. Lots of homers for this guy. Probably 4, 5, 6 homers today. Who for sure never bunts? That's crazy. Understandable, though. I would do the same.
That's a ball.
But Carlos, didn't you say a bunt a day keeps the car slammer away? Now what happens? Do you disappear forever?
Aye.
Ah,
1 ball. 2
Ellie.
strikes.
Trying a little bit of the same. Webb would be disappointed in that bunt. I'll join Kyle's stream after Dude Food to tell him to bunt. True.
Aye. 0-1's the
That sounds
count.
like a plan. I'm sure we'll go over there if he's still streaming. When we're done
No
here.
balls, 2 strikes.
I probably owe him like a million raids because there was that one summer where he raided me like either every night or every other night for like 3 months straight. And that was when he was doing his like partner push.
Ball,
He was
that's
bringing over
outside.
like 50 people every night.
Ball, that's down.
Until the next subscription, yeah. That was the first thing I noticed when you came in was like, dang, this man still has his badge on. I'm like, I didn't even know when you had the chance to renew your subscription, but that's crazy.
2 strikes.
All subs for the rest of the year go to children's hospitals. A children's hospital, which we haven't decided yet, but through Extra Life.
That's ball 4.
All subs, pretty much all stream income for the rest of the year. Ads, bits, everything. Don't remember the last time you subscribed to anyone else. I don't know. There was some opportunity there. Oh,
Yeah.
when I was gone for a year and a half.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So definitely understandable. I appreciate the return of the Prime.
Aye.
Didn't really watch Twitch. Yeah, but even when you didn't watch Twitch, it was like, I would see you literally like first day of the month, you'd come in with the sub, and I'm like, dang, this man has like a alert on his phone to come sub, and I respect it. Because we were from the YouTube days. Probably met you in like Lauren's stream or something.
Ball.
3-1 now. I don't even know what I've thrown him so far, but I don't really want to throw him a 4-seam.
Ball 4.
So we're going to walk him instead, I guess. Felix, true.
Aye.
All right, got away with that pitch. Kind of stayed over the corner there. Does a Yankees team build?
No balls,
I don't think
2
so.
strikes.
Just assumed Rizzo was here. Nice. Good tell. Thank you, sir. Yeah, Carolina. Using his mom's account or something like that. I remember Felix.
0-1.
Did you guys know each other IRL? Was that what it was?
0-2 is the count.
Ooh, that was the pitch I wanted to. And I was like, there's no way he throws that on 2 strikes. Play ball together. Nice. Dorn. The Red Sox hitter goes down. I didn't realize Schultz only threw 94.
Ball, that pitch is out.
I thought this guy was throwing, yeah, it says 95 to 100. So his first fastball was actually lower than it even shows on his
1 ball, 2 strikes.
possible fastball range.
Ball,
That's the thing I like the
2-2
least.
the count.
Well, probably the least about
The count's full.
Pinpoint, but kind of the same as Analog, is like you don't get an opportunity to choose what kind of effectiveness you want to throw like you do on Meter. That's my favorite part about Meter. Is you can take something off to try to catch a strike. But here you're just kind of throwing everything the same. And I think they do. I don't think they throw the same effectiveness on every pitch, but it's not up to you. It's just whatever the game decides. Because you can tell, obviously, like you're not getting the same velo every time. So clearly there's some RNG about like how hard you're actually throwing per pitch. And I do wish you can control that.
0-1's the count. 1-1.
Carson Williams should be able to make that, even though there's 99 speed. Bearing down the line. There you go, make a play, you're up first. Looking splitter the whole way. I mean sinker. There it is.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Towards the end of the bat, but hit into the air. Keep your composure and lead off the next inning with a bunt to really piss him off. Leading off next inning, though, is going to be Jose Bautista. So, thoughts? Is that still the move? What you feeling? What you thinking? There you go, base hit for Reynolds. All right, it's not going to be Bautista. It's going to be Nicholas Hertz. Start a rally, then bunt. Got you. Bautista the one that drove him in last time? No, I think it was Kurtz. Bautista, I think, struck out. That sound is crazy. People, I haven't really been facing anyone using stadium sounds this year.
Nope, that's inside.
Throw a little sweeper. I don't think I've thrown that this game. Hit a home run right now? Oh, my bad. I didn't see that. If I'd seen it before, I would have done it. 26 speed. Got him. Gattel flashing the leather over and over so far. He doesn't have a ton of range because he doesn't have a ton of speed, but he sure has a glove. He's got the hands. He also, like, releases the ball really slow, so if you get, like, try to turn a double play with him, kind of gets it out of the hand a little slow, but You just got to get one out. He's there. You let go completely, then do the blue dot. I've seen people do that. I've never tried it. But I might try it at some point. I just like, I don't want to do it on the fly like in a game.
No, inside.
Do you think that's something that's going to get patched?
I got a ball, one strike.
Because like I saw people doing it like as soon as the year started. So I was like, oh, people have been doing this for a little while. I just haven't been in the loop. So if it's not something that changed between last year and this year, I'm assuming it's not changing. It's a world of difference. If they patched it, then it would be buggy. It already is buggy. The Bulls beat the Heat today. Sorry, Carlos. Trying to make sure they got some seeding.
He's out.
Nothing new. How'd you feel about the Jimmy Butler situation? Just glad he's gone now, I assume. Bunt with Cattell. He's my best hitter today. No, sir.
Three.
I'll bunt with Walter Jenkins.
Hey.
Now I'm swinging away, though. Contact swing. I'll leave contact swing if I'm at a disadvantage. But I'd rather strike out than fly out on a contact swing with a good hitter on 2 outs. Thank you. Anthony did miss one earlier. Just like that. Phase 2 of the bunt strategy. I see you're a man of culture.
Ball foul.
Jimmy was being disrespectful at the end, but it was affecting the locker room. I had a feeling it would happen. Fair. I'm surprised the Warriors turned it around as soon as they got him. I was not expecting that.
Ball, that's out.
Way to be patient.
But yeah, it sounded like the rest of the Heat team didn't mind by the time he was gone.
Yeah. Foul. Two balls, two strikes.
Line's way outside.
Full count.
Man. Just need him to pop one into play. So he just keeps hitting these pop-ups foul.
Come on.
Party pooper, yeah.
No.
Can't have a party pooper in Miami. You gotta be partying hard or don't show up.
Leading off for Chicago, the third baseman, Kobe.
All right, Mayo's leading off. Only 33 pitches for Roki so far. Noah Schultz has gotten through 4, which is more than he usually does. Like, he usually pitches really good for me, but he gets deep counts, and then he's, like, super tired after 65 pitches. He actually has a chance to get through 5 this time.
Aye.
Going back to writing a cover letter? Does that mean your days are numbered?
One ball, two strikes.
Or are you just prepping in case this promotion chance doesn't go the way you want?
The catcher, number 33, Jason Barrett.
That one was hit softer than I thought, but it was not squared up, so understandable. Here's Carson Williams. I like this matchup a lot. Sinker inside, please.
Hey.
plate, ball one.
Got it. Just barely missed it.
He's out.
Why was he like ghosting? You see that? It's like he was running and missed. Where was that play last game, Dylan? Not Dylan Cruz. Walker Jenkins. Rookie's a pain, but I don't think he has thrown you anything good, so I would take till third strike. He's throwing enough pitches in the zone where I can't be taken, unfortunately. I should be taking some walks, but there's definitely been hittable pitches in there. That's the thing.
Two. No balls, 2 strikes.
But always the case is, see, I talked about that earlier. Lefty with Corey Seager, I've been giving up a lot of hard hit balls. Usually it's because I get behind in the count against them for some reason. This time I was 0-2. Just hung one. But I was saying it's always the case. In every situation that I should take more pitches. That part is known.
1 ball, 1 strike.
You could say that even before the game starts. Say, dude food, take more pitches this game. Always the case. Is it going to happen? Never. Bad day for Roman Anthony. He's gotten a little bit unlucky with some ballparks we've played at so far. But then we played a ballpark like this. I haven't been catching up to it. Or striking out. Wish you could walk in this game. That would be nice, wouldn't it? All right, well, that's a swing. I had a couple of those in this game. 2 strikeouts for Jose.
That's a ball. Counts 1-0. Ball 2.
Alliance just baseball. Wasn't even hard hit, unfortunately.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Ooh. Not a sinker that time.
2-2 to count.
That's a sinker.
On the tag. Out.
The last 2 guys have been mixing in the 4-seam fastball pretty nicely. Just when I feel like I'm getting on like a sinker or something. This guy and the last guy playing in the Pirate Stadium both would throw that fastball just to get me off speed. Dang it, Matt.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
This is probably the time to bring in a righty. I'm going to go Jimmy.
Jimmy Garcia.
Sinker or stinker? In this case, both. True Carlos. Felt like we had a chance at that one, but as soon as it hit the mound, it was over. 2 outs here, though.
Nope, outside. Hey. 1-1. Nope. That's
You know what I'm going to
inside.
do? I'll throw one in the dirt here. Let this guy get to second. And then Veritek will have
He's set.
over contact because his clutch is bad. That's ball 4 anyway.
Now batting, the right fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Good throw from Roman Anthony. Get an opportunity to cut off, but either way, runner staying at third. Throwing the exact same pitch, hangs up there.
0-1's the count.
And get ourselves out of the inning. Big bowl of butter chicken. No, because I already eat it every day. Yum. Oh, I love hitting that pitch with Cattell. Also the low and in sinker, but I don't think I'm getting that as at bat.
Nope. Outside.
Hmm.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fastball down the pipe. Who'd have thought? Where did I miss that? I was early? Shoot. Man. What could have been? I feel like I'm seeing this ball super well. That was a dot of a PCI right there.
Nope. Outside, that's a ball. Inside, ball
Okay,
3.
3-1. What happens on 3-1? And a dude food at bat? Swinging. That's what happens on 3-1. Prowler incoming. Ball is through the infield. I probably should have stayed at first. Just barely safe. I actually swung the other way for a moment, and I switched my slide while the ball was in the air. I think I would have scored true. Now I'm early on these sinkers. What is happening?
Ball, that's in.
I feel like every sinker I've been early on this inning. Bye-bye. Doesn't matter if your clutch is 68 against righties. Or anybody, I guess. Jason Veritas got the swing, man. I think he's homered in, like, well, 4 times today, clearly. Goodness.
0-1's the count.
Finally get the ball to fly. It's on every 2-strike count, that freaking prowler sound. Save at first. Does that count as a bunt? I think that should count as a bunt.
The batter, the center fielder, Roman Anthony.
Got to take him out right here. Let's keep him in for this at bat.
Nope. Ball 1.
I missed that. Ooh.
Nope. 2-2 the count.
Anthony got too much pop against righties. $114 off the bat. All right, let's see if we can put this game away right here with a nice Brian Reynolds at bat. Jimmy Garcia
Yeah.
wanted it, got it.
0-1.
Not hittable though. That one was hittable, but I missed it. Good idea. Good idea. All right, we take a 3-1 run lead. Jason Veritek with an absolute blast. We are going to take this man out of the game. We've got Clase available, Gossage, Dibble. Let's go Gossage in the 7th here. We got 2 switches and a lefty, then a lefty, then a righty, then a left switch, then a lefty. Lot of switch. Not a whole lot of righties in this guy's lineup, so
0-2.
We're going to save the cutters for the rest of the team, I think. Better animation, I would have got him. He didn't need to take that second step. They say the best animation you're going to get is when you preload your throw.
No, he's in there.
And sometimes that still happens. I got a runner on base for Gossage, and I really don't like that.
2 balls, no
Because he got this really quick release thing going on. Quick motion, quick release. It messes me up so much.
ball. That's inside.
But tying runs on deck, so I really should be going after this hitter. Like so. So even if I gave up a home run, I'd still have the lead. But a walk there, then face Cattell, that's not good.
Out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Kyle.
I could go to a lefty here. Honestly, I probably should.
1-0.
Torres is on deck. But we can get him with the lefty here. We're going to go Strom, just because I only want him to face one batter.
Now pitching.
He's a little bit lower on Stam, because he pitched the last game.
I got a ball
But I only
and
need him to
strike.
face one guy. Unless he goes to a righty, then I have to face a righty, then another righty or something like that. But if all goes well, he only has to face one guy.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Stealing home with Ellie. Not going to do anything for you.
Hey! 0-1.
That was kind of the pitch I was looking for. I thought it'd be a little bit more outside, though.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Staying alive. Well, that's crazy. I should have expected that one. Why do they look so gross?
Ball 1.
This is Hoff. Should be Hoff anyway. Pretty sure it's Hoff.
Hey!
Yikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Does he go upstairs one more time? If it's low, it's not a strike.
That's ball 2.
Just got to tell myself that. And I got to believe it.
Now pitching.
Going to Chapman just like that. Okay. We'll keep Kurtz in. I thought maybe McGuire might be a switch there, but that's fine. I got Cattell.
The baseman, Cattell Marte.
This is Silver Chapman, not Diamond Chapman.
Hey!
For some reason, it feels easier to hit Diamond Chapman, though. Something about him. I don't know if like a live series Chapman has quirks or something. But I assume the Diamond would have the same quirks. At least for like live series cards. Live series and flashbacks. Alright, no runs there. Kind of towards the bottom of their order here. This is where I'm going to bring in Dibble or Class A. Class A has been kind of choking for me lately. We're going Class A. And we're going to face the 9th inning with a dibble.
Now pitching.
Hey.
Emmanuel.
0-1.
He does have a 174 ERA, but I think it showed I have like a 250 or 275 batting average against. That's
Ball
not
backs
good.
off the plate. Did he go?
Not for a reliever anyway. Not for a closer for sure.
We got full count.
All right, we need strikes.
3.
I think this guy has taken a couple walks in this
0-1's
game.
the count. That's outside.
I'm just glad that didn't hang.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good.
What was that? No.
Now batting. The catcher. Jason. Veritek.
Hey.
Veritek's got the bomb for me. I
Hey.
think Seager's the only one with a homer here
4-2 is the count.
for this guy. And it should be clean out of the bottom of the 8th.
Oh, come on now.
Get some more insurance runs would be nice. I do feel like I'm swinging a bit underwater in this game.
Hey. 0-1. No balls, 2 strikes.
More underwater. Go Veritek. Do I pinch run and then bring in Adley? Probably, because his defense not very good. Let's do that. Let's go pinch. Oh, why did that go to... That was weird. Adley speed's 47. Dominguez. Let's go Lawler. Probably be able to do a double switch, defensive switch.
Yep, that ball went out.
Not sure where I'd move him though. Probably third base. Kobe Mayo maybe to first. Or sorry, I mean oh, he's pinch running for the catcher, so Lawler to third and then take out Mayo, put in Rushman. That's fair.
On the tag, you're out.
And an out. All right. I thought that might get through. All right, so Lawler, let me make sure he can play third base. Good. Put him over there. Mayo's out for Adley. And let's finish this thing. A lot of pitches for Class A. I'm going to give him one batter, and I'm going to bring in Dibble.
Ball 1. Ball, that's just out.
Only because I feel like in Diamond Dynasty, I want to get as many people out with the guys that I'm pitching well with before I have to take them out. And so I don't want Dibble to just come in just because it's like a save situation or whatever. When Class A was getting the job done. Now, we're in a spot where we can bring him in. Class A is getting a little bit more tired.
Now pitching. Rob Dibble.
Oh. That like looked like it was the best swing of the game for this guy. I jumped off the bat a little strange. Let's go third base cover drag here. It's against the righty. I was going to say he's probably swinging away against the righty. Here's Seager. Only run of the game so far. It is not defensive indifference.
He's safe.
Sometimes you get that base for free, but not today. He got the base, but he had to earn it.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Egg believes.
That's ball 2.
Biggest believer.
Ball inside.
See if we can do it again. Fastball inside is not getting inside. The same exact situation that happened last time. Runner on second. 3-run lead. Did not need to
Ball 1's the
walk.
count.
Corey Seager could have given up a home run and it would have been better than this situation.
No balls, 2 strikes. Aye.
See ya. Oh man, don't do the deep 3. Oh god. Thank God you didn't put that in my head before I finished that game. I did get 10 hits in that game. But for some reason was not hitting Roki too well. We stay pretty much right where we started at the beginning of the night. When you bunted, you gathered the morale to win the ball game. That's true. If you just look at the last few games. All right, we're opening 1 pack to end the night. Just 1. Always start with a bunt. Reds road jersey. It's a diamond. So I pretty much get my stubs back, if not more. See what the uniforms look like. Yeah. Profit. That's how you earn stubs in this game, folks. 1 pack at a time. Easy peasy. All right, good news is Kyle is only in the 2nd inning, and it's 0-0, so he's not making the guy quit yet, which means we can raid him. Slowly but surely way. And tomorrow night we hit World Series in co-op. I probably won't be able to stream Weekend Classic, unfortunately, but I'll keep you guys updated. Maybe we'll do some of the regular games like in Discord on Sunday or something, but we'll see. Appreciate you, Webb. We do go, what, 3-2? We got some Brian Reynolds at-bats in there, so that was fun. Hope you guys had a great time. I'm going to go say hi to Kyle. I will be back next Wednesday, but the following week on Wednesday, I'll be gone. But next week, still streaming. Next week, probably co-op stream. So keep an eye out. Hope you guys had a good time. I had a great time bunting and winning. Stuff like that. So appreciate you guys. Follow and like, subscribe. Peace.